Just what's the comfort level now that you're second year with Coach Bell's offense? Like how's just the whole group overall kind of adapting to it?
We're very comfortable with it now. The tempo. At first was a little rough to get used to, but now it's just like second nature to us now. So it's just 100% comfortable. Just we already know what we're going to do.
How about preparing your body? How much was that big into what we're seeing this spring from you guys?
We always get a little extra running in after practice, just to get conditioned. So is this going to help us in the long run? We're going to be like the most conditioned team in college football, I can tell you that. So.
Coach Rodizzi said a couple times in the UK, he feels like you guys are running the ball a little bit better this spring. Do you feel the same way? And
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. Just working with guys like Coop, Bear, Kendall, just getting those combinations, just running the ball a lot better than we did last year.
The three transfers that came in on the offensive line, you see a difference in the way you guys are meshing and maybe playing with more cohesiveness than you did a year ago?
Oh, for sure. The transfers like Jeff, Kendall, Keith, and they fit right in with the program. It's just like they already been here. So I just love playing with you guys, watching them learn, grow.
Talk about what Keith has been like so far, especially for you at guard. Like, what has he taught you? What are some of the things he's told you?
One thing I saw with him was like with his third step, with the combinations with the tackles. I talked to him about that a lot, because it's a quick step. It just helps him get up to the linebacker. So I just chatted with him about that. We just hang out together. Always eating food.
You talked about like the offense's overall comfort level. What have you seen from Eli this camp, and how has he kind of grown even from the end of last year?
He's definitely slinging the ball a lot better. I feel like he's more comfortable back there, making his reads. Just slinging the ball, scoring touchdowns.
How are you a better player today than you might have been a year ago?
Definitely last year. With the new offense, just learning. I think my knowledge has grown a lot since last year. What's going to happen. And with this offense, things are fast. So just keeping a level head because I already know what's going to happen.
Are you guys going at the same speed you did a year ago between plays?
I feel like we're going faster now.
Really?
Yeah.
Some of the other offensive linemen have talked about how, at the end of last season, they're really taking it as we have to be better. They took a lot of it back personally. Is that the same for you?
Oh, for sure. Games come down to the offensive line a lot. So we gotta just take pride in that. We can't have the same finish to how we finished last year. We just gotta take more pride and work harder. Get the job done no matter what.
You talked about just being conditioned, and you guys have to, be maybe the most conditioned team in the country. It's obvious looking at Ryan, like he trimmed down. Like what was his off season like? How was he working?
During one of the workouts, I was working with him because we're in the same group. I was getting stronger, faster. I just love working with that guy. That's my right tackle. But he's been taking it in too because we talked about not having that same finish like we did last year. Just got to get better.
Some people might think if you're weight less, it's going to make it not as strong. But how do you compensate for not being as bulky with some of the speed that you guys have?
Really, Coach Stack's program. I feel like we have one of the best weight rooms in the country. Just being honest with you, he gets us right. He tells us what we need to do, how we need to maintain our strength. So I just credit to him for real.
I know you guys had like 3 transfers on the defensive line, some young defensive tackles. Who's kind of like one guy you're going up against that's kind of catching your eye on that side of the ball?
Maybe I like the freshman, Juju. He's been working hard. So really him. I just like seeing the young guys just get working, just working hard for real.
You've been a starter now. This will be your 3rd season, so you've been a starter longer than anybody else on the line. Are you taking a leadership role?
Yeah, I always, guys like Caleb, he's been growing a lot. Giovanni, they've been taking huge steps, and I just love seeing them grow. Anytime, they mess up or something, I always talk to them, what they can do better. And I just feel they're comfortable talking with me about anything.
Playing line is as much mental as it is. You got to be big and athletic, but there's also a lot of mental things. You have to be a smart guy to be able to play that position, right?
Right. That just comes with watching film, just being prepared, because and it's also about having the next play mentality. If you mess up last play, you got to forget about it because the next play is coming up. So it's just really about being mentally tough.
And you really don't have time to think about the last play.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you know,
Fast as you guys are going.
yeah, that's real. It's tempo that makes you forget about it, so that helps a lot.
Anything else?
Thank you.